Hello everyone. Today I just saw the Raid 2. Basically the story is about I have it on here. The story is this: picking up right from the first film ended, the Raid 2 follows Rama, played again by Iko as he goes undercover and infiltrates the ranks of a ruthless Jakarta crime syndicate in order to protect his family and uncover the corruption in his own police force. That's just the main story. Now, wait. Wow, that's some heavy brain. Um, the way in the film, I'm sorry if I'm going to be comparing this film a lot, but, then basically, what I love about this film is that the way they can portray these characters, the way they view, not just the, it's like, I love the film that says, it's like the film has these villains, but it's like, the way they're shown is like, hey, this film has villains, but remember, they aren't just villains, they are still people too. And I think the director is truly trying to represent how sympathetic and how caring we can be for other people like that. And I think that's very, very incredibly well done. The other thing I really like about this film is that it is trying to come across as a very emotionally hard driven place with really, really a lot of great dilemmas and action and characters bouncing off each other. The actor for the main character, he's still very, very good. He's just incredibly good. The actor for the gang boss and the gang boss's son are the two best performances in this movie, and they are just so fucking good. They really, like, whenever they're on screen, I'm just like, yeah, I'm really getting into it. And like, whenever they're both on screen, they both have a great relationship. They can truly bounce well off one another. It's like, I can truly believe these characters are related. Like, and it's very hard to pull off in film. The other thing I want to say is that the action is just some of the best. It's not as good as the first, right? But but I won't say by a long shot. But I mean, like, it's quite close. But still, the action in the first one is just awesome. And but I also really, the action is just fantastic. And so I love to have, like, when I said the story from, you can pretty much tell like what kind of action they would have. It's very close combat to like this, and then it's like really, really close quarters combat techniques, and it's all shot very, very good. The other thing I really, really like about this movie is that it is trying to mimic some other films, but they're not ripping them off. They're playing this great homage. I mean, there's some moments where this film's like, it's Public Enemies, and then goes to Goodfellas, and then goes to The Godfather, and then goes to Scarface. Like, it has a lot of it takes a lot from gangster films, but it still pays them with a lot of great respect. And what I also really like is that they can really pull off a lot of emotional and very hard-driven drama in the film. Like, there's some moments where I'm almost like coming to tears at part of how emotionally strong and how much of a real emotional status it has for both two characters are enough. The action is just so fucking good. Sorry, drop the F bomb, but it's unbelievable how good the action is. Basically, what I also really love about the film is that there's a lot of great, wonderful action in the film. I just love watching it. Right now, this could possibly be my favorite film this year so far. Probably so. I think that. Yeah. But unfortunately, this film does have a few flaws. Number one is that there's some moments where I'm like, yeah, that is technically from a techno aspect, that was not done well. Or like that shot wasn't done well. Like some moments where I can actually see, um, like there's some moments where it does come like some of the dialogue can come off a little stilted. Like it's all spoken in Japanese or something or Cantonese. I'm not so sure, but it's like the words you can see that you're saying the saying to it is like I can still type it, understand that type of language and other still type of dialogue in other action films, but it's still very catchy in what they say, even though I can't understand them. But that's not the case of it. What I also really like about the film is that what the fuck? Oh, whatever. Um, what I also really like is that there's this great, laid back and cool aspect to the film. Like there's a lot of style it has, and there's a lot of great. No, the music is wonderful too. It really adds how intense and how fast paced and how very actiony you can really get. It really gets you invested. It's fantastic. Um, what I also really about the film is that the cinematography parts can be just absolutely wonderful. Some shots where you can go from someone like this close from the camera to someone that's like way far back, and sometimes you can have like a really close up of like a hand, or if they drop something like this. But it's like the way they can shoot up the cinematography parts is just absolutely breathtaking. It really is just wonderful, and I love how beautiful it can really be, and it really is very good. What else? Unfortunately, there's some things like I said before that did bother me. I found the ending a little bit too much. The ending pissed me off. It wasn't it pissed me off actually, but I'm like, how did it end like that? Like, it ended a bit too odd or a bit too obscure for some taste, and I thought it was really weird. But aside from that, the film is just fantastic. But then again, there's like some scenes where it seems the film can just fly by like that, and it's so high intensity. Like if you just blink, like one scene can just be over. And that's just something I want to say about the film too, is that the editing and parts can work for this film's advantage and sometimes against it. Like it's shot so well, intense and so how well, like strong-willed it really can be. But sometimes it can be a bit too distracting at parts too. But for me, like the only bad thing I have to say about the film is that there's some moments where it can really like fly by, and the fault I have with the film is just that the ending I really didn't like. But aside from that, the film is like 100% a fucking blast. And you know what? Oh, something I want to say is that I live in British Columbia. There's not that many annual releases. Like I saw this at a selected movie theater that is not really that popular from an area within I live. Like it's like 45 minutes away. Have a drive. I'm like, this is unacceptable. Like this film deserves to have an annual release, like a real big release. And it's unfortunate here where I live because it has like a limited release in certain areas. I'm like, oh man, like and there's barely anyone to see this film with. Like I saw this film with me and my dad, and there's like 2 other people in the theater, and the theater could fit like 60 or 50 people. Like this is so unacceptable. Why isn't this movie doing anything better? Like, no, I've been reading things online about this film. Is that it kind of had a flop. I'm like, oh come on, this film deserves so much more, and it really, really deserves more. But overall, Raid 2 was just phenomenal. I loved it. It's definitely right now my favorite film of 2014 right now. Basically, that's what I have to say about this film. And if this film is out anywhere near you, even if you're not so sure, for anyone who's watching this video right now, right now, right now, pause the video, go and just open up another link on your computer, type in the Raid 2 local theaters, and you may find one. And I I cannot get this any higher of a giving music. You have to see it. It's so underappreciated, and I'm like, oh, this shouldn't be like that. It really disappoints me this film is not getting so much more recognition because it so deserves it. Overall, the film is very, very strong. And I will give it an 84%. There's some problems I have with the film. There's the good things are just too good to be true, and they kick out a lot of ass. So everyone, take my word, please take my word. Please, for your own sake, see this film, because it seriously deserves more attention like this. It's like other movies I've reviewed, like 300 Rise of an Empire and Captain America. Those had big annual releases. And here in North America, it's like Raid 2, barely under the radar. And I'm like, come on, this film, in my view, is much better than those two films. I love those, and I love those. No disrespect to 300 Rise of an Empire and Captain America, but it's like, this film really deserves a big annual release. But I know I'm probably just mumbling. You should be not watching this video. You should be out there seeing this film right here, right now. For your own sake. For anyone's sake who is watching this video right here, right now. Do yourselves a favor. Let's see this film. Because you will not be missing out. I'm Jack Newton, also known as Dark Lord 1799. Excuse me. I submit this movie a badass stamp of approval. Go and see it. My favorite film of the year right now. Bye.